Thanks for staying with us. You're still on to Good Morning Nigeria, other network service of the NTA. It's now time for newspaper review.
Thank you for joining us, and of course, our newspaper review. Chukwudi Okodubaja is right here with us. Chukwudi.
Hello, Claire.
It's mandatory for me to say good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, regardless of how we feel.
Always wish us well.
Yes.
Positivism does it. Sometimes when the body creaks, you don't want to know how I've been feeling in the past 24 hours. Demola. I thought you passed UNT. It was not even UNT when you wrote the university exam. So, which did they jack for there? You don't want to say good morning to Chooks the boy?
I said good morning.
How are you today?
His name is Ademola.
It's Demo.
No.
It's Demo. You don't hear the phone.
You lose the meaning and the significance of that name, Ademola.
Thank you, Mama Claire.
No, you need to let him know. So he doesn't,
He knows.
He doesn't.
He does.
Chukwudi doesn't. Chukwudi is a farmer. Let's start with the People's Daily.
I know see your
We're starting with the People's Daily. And the People's Daily, of course, leads with Army deploys 171 troops to Sudan for peacekeeping. Again, Nigerian Army deploys 171 troops to Sudan for peacekeeping. Actually, I'm trying to get out this paper so I could. Okay, just a moment. All right, I'll just quickly get the paper out. We don't have a hard copy. There it is. I'm sorry for the delay. People's Daily: Army deploys 171 troops to Sudan for peacekeeping. Oil marketers oppose Naira for crude policy. It's also there on page 18. Now, INEC picks holes in petition seeking Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan's recall. INEC picks holes in petition seeking Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan's recall. Says it fails to comply with regulations and guidelines. Justice Egwato withdraws from aggrieved senator's case. And we have other stories. 611 health facilities offering TB control services in Plateau. Then there are, of course, Shatima, that is Vice President Shatima, leads FG delegation to Katsina over demise of Governor Ratta's mother. We also have other story there. U.S. imports 2 million barrels of jet fuel from Dangote refinery. And sports festival, Tinubu leads Torch of Unity movement. That story is also on page 8. Okay, we also have other stories just on the front page of the newspaper. Now let's move to New Telegraph. The New Telegraph leads with Constitution Review. Reps want presidential governors in local government elections to hold same day. As 40 bills pass through second reading, referred to special ad hoc committee to ratify geopolitical zones. OK, state local government police, special seats for the fiscally challenged, or appeals from election tribunals to be determined before swearing in, and back local government electoral commission bill. There are also other stories. Of course, Senate confirms Nwakuche as new correctional service boss. It's also there. Natasha's recall petitioners failed to provide contact details, INEC, and UK hikes visa fees for visitors, students, workers from April the 9th. Okay. Ademola.
Okay, thank you, Claire. I have the leadership newspaper with me. Just above the nameplate, Natasha, petitioners yet to meet recall requirement. Details on page 7. Alleged 33.2 billion arms fraud. EFCC rearraigns ex-NSA Dasuki. Details of that story can be found on page 6. Then we have Dangote exports 2 million barrels, 130 million liters of jet fuel to US and Saudi Arabia. Details on page 7. Presidency knocks Obi over democracy remarks. Details of that story can be found on page 7. Constitution amendment, state LG police spark fresh debate as reps pass 39 bills. Details of that major headline there is on page 4. Then we have Super Eagles World Cup hopes dim after Zimbabwe draw. Details of that story also on page 31. Russia, Ukraine agree to Black Sea ceasefire. Details can be found on page 7. Chooks?
Let me pick up the last one you read. Russia, Ukraine agreed to
Black Sea
ceasefire. Remember, that is a very important export route, both for Russia and Ukraine. Actually, when we had a crunch in terms of the supply of bread way back, it was directly, linked to the fact that Ukraine could not send us, is it wheat or whatever?
Yes, wheat.
Exactly. But the real substance of it is they are finally moving towards rapprochement, towards talking peace. Too many, I might not like the man in the Oval Office so much, but the man says too many people have died needlessly. Economies are being destroyed. And forget all the cyber rattling you're getting from the Kremlin. Mm-hmm. Russia wants the war to stop as well. Because Putin thought it was going to be a swoop, grab and smash kind of thing. It turned out that the Ukrainians were quite resilient. Please let the carnage stop for the sake of humanity. I like the way INEC is telling us that petitioners I have yet to meet recall requirements. Mm-hmm. Processes matter in anything. The fact that some people want Natasha out of the National Assembly, if it is her constituents, I'm not going to have any problem at all. But my mind tells me it's not exactly her constituents. So that puts a wild cat somewhere there. And I was talking processes. Just as I applaud INEC for insisting on proper processes, Senator Ogunlewe was talking yesterday about processes and procedures even in our Senate, that they are not exactly what it was when they all started. I remember those days when they would break from 1999, they would break from the Senate, and the reporters would rush to Senator Mike Ajebu, who was chairman of the Senate Committee on Judiciary and Legal Matters, and the kind of clout he exuded each time he explained anything that had some legal. I'm not saying that kind of thing anymore. Please, I'm not denigrating our senators. But processes have to be maintained in running any institution at all. It goes beyond Natasha's recall.
I'm happy you said your mind. So
my mind.
That's
my opinion.
That's a personal opinion.
Yes.
That those who the names, on the recall paper list,
yes,
are not members of our constituent. Yesterday, someone, I think the lead, recall, constituent was on the TV to justify, their actions.
Yes.
Again, this is out there in public, but so it's an unfolding drama. It's an unfolding debate.
Let the drama play itself out.
But the issue is INEC has come out to say there is, a lacuna.
Of course,
and
yes.
that the petitioners have not provided detailed information regarding the contact of, those.
I hear it's not a question of gathering signatures from one hole. That it actually has to be from.
The Constitution is very, and the drafters of our Constitution. I mean, we all always call them the wise men. They know these things would happen, so they didn't make it quite easy.
Exactly.
So it is like we say in our local parlance. It's not momoy. You must go through the routes and prove that yes, these are real constituents, that are engaged in this recall
You
process.
join them in pronouncing route as route. The Americans are taking you over.
Well,
it's okay. It's an aside.
I'm sorry.
Dangote is exporting 2 million barrels, 130 million liters of jet fuel to U.S., Saudi Arabia. Aramco is even being linked to Dangote in spite of the fact that they're in the Middle East. Even in the world, the Saudi oil giant is... look at how this man is putting us on the map of the world. I'm looking at that as a great promotion for us. What do you think?
Yeah, it is. It is.
It is.
It is.
It is a wonderful promotion for
The
us.
export to Saudi Arabia specifically.
I'm glad in as much as, it means FDI for us. I mean...
of course.
Yes, in as much as...
It's foreign exchange for us.
Big
deal, Claire.
Yes, it's a big deal, and as long as that comes in, it's fine for us. But I don't know if you deliberately avoided the lower riders to the Natasha's recall. Senator Nweboin Ezekwesili in verbal war at hearing. And I see that a lot of people are just debating whether the way the former minister, spoke was actually an insult, or was it just an English phrase? Because when you say, "Oh, Chukwudi, shut up," it's not an insult.
It's not an insult.
How do you mean?
No. It depends on the
In
context.
Africa?
No, listen.
You want me to tell you the story of one Benin man that went to visit his brother in UK?
Chukwudi,
one of the man's sons called him James.
If I'm having an
And
argument...
he told him, you shut up. You can call your father
No. It depends. Again, it depends on the context. Let's not talk about...
you have just said it now.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Context.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's not, discuss it out of context. So it depends on the context. If I say, Demola, shut up. No, that's not an insult.
She's telling you to shut up, and you're taking light.
That's not an insult.
Okay.
That's because it's a friendly remark. But when you say...
That is in the context.
Shut up.
If we are having a friendly discussion.
Yesterday I was praising Osimhen's 2 goals.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
No. I said I was praising his 2 goals against Rwanda.
Can we dismiss Chukwudi?
Well, don't come again.
It's time to wrap up.
Zimbabwe.
Chukwudi tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. I don't want to talk about Zimbabwe. Goodbye. Let's take a short break.
She's Zimbabwe shy.